Hello there. I hope everybody can see me and hear me. If you can, give me a comment, say something to me so that I'll know that you are here and you can see me because I'm thinking I'm having a little difficulty in some areas. So let me know if you're there and you can hear me. That you are here and you can see me because I'm thinking I'm having a little difficulty in some areas. So let me know if you're there. If you're on YouTube and you can hear me, can you go ahead and say something to me in the comment section, please? That you are here and you can see me because I'm thinking I'm having a little difficulty in some areas. So let me know if you're there. If you're on YouTube and you can hear me, can you go ahead and say something to me in the comment section, please? Hello? That you are here and you can see me because I'm thinking I'm having a little difficulty in some areas. Yes. So what about Facebook? Let me know if you're there. If you're on YouTube and you can hear me, can you go ahead and say something to me in the comment section, please? Hello? That you are here and you can see me because I'm thinking I'm having a little difficulty in some areas. So what about Facebook? Let me know if you're there. Oh. All right, I see you, Penny. Thank you so much, Penny. All right. I see Penny is here. Got me some feedback here. All right, I see you, Penny. Thank you so much, Penny. All right. I see Penny is here. I'm just going to give it a little bit more time and then we'll go from there. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So can y'all still hear me? I had to mute something because I'm hearing, it looks like I'm getting a feedback and I have a slight delay here. So get some more people in. If you have any comments or anything that you want to actually comment on, please feel free to do it in the comment section and we will try to address that. I think what I'm trying to do is just trying to come together with people and friends I haven't seen in a while and just talk and get stuff off your mind. I'm a new face, a new person here, and somebody new to talk to. The four walls are closing in on me, and I said, what can I do to possibly just do something that's different with the ladies? It'd be nice if we can go and sit at a bar and have a drink and stuff, but I really can't do any of that right now. So I said, let me try to do something different. So can you guys hear me? Because it's telling me that you can't. Somebody said they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Just do something that's different with the ladies. It'd be nice if we can go and sit at a bar and have a drink and stuff, but I really can't do any of that right now. So I said, let me try to do something different. So can you guys hear me? Because it's telling me that you can't. Somebody said they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Renee. Reba, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're on. Yay. I said I was going to start this out today, and if I end up with one or two people, so be it. But my topic today is going to be, is it too soon to be socializing? That's what I want to know. Is it too soon? I've been watching the news, and I've had to actually unplug because it's just too much. And there's people that aren't working. There's people that don't know where their next check is going to come from. The four walls are closing in on them. They don't know if they should wear a mask or not wear a mask. It's like, all right, thank you. All right, Teresa. And the thing is that with everything going on, every day something's changing. Is it safe to be out there? Is it not safe? Um, some people say that this thing is happening is not real, but the truth to the matter is, do we really know it's not real? Um, the thing is that I have a sister that's on the front line and she's seeing it every day. And so there's people that go, oh, it's not real. But I think when you have somebody on the front line, that's when it becomes more real to you. So, a lot of things about me. Let's talk about me, and then you guys can talk about other things. A lot of people. I'm a very private person, so to do this is a big step out for me, and I'm hoping that every week we start to grow. So, a little bit about me is that in February I had been working for a company, and we also opened up a dance studio, urban dance studio in Carrollton in November. So I felt like it was a good time to step out on faith and do this. And then COVID decided it had other plans for me. So uh, now I'm kind of stuck here with all the rugs pulled out from under me and the walls are closing in. But I'm blessed because I'm not missing anything. And I'm grateful for the people in my family that I love for that. So anyway, so let's talk about it. Give me some comments. It's just open forum. Yes or no? I think, can y'all see the comments in the side? If you can, you can read them along with me. But my question of the day is, is it too soon to be socializing? Is it too soon? So what do you think? Do you think it is? Do you think it's not? Let's talk about it. Give me some comments. It's just open forum. Yes or no? I think, can y'all see the comments in the side? If you can, you can read them along with me. But my question of the day is it too soon to be socializing? Is it too soon? So what do you think? Do you think it is? Do you think it's not? I mean, it's just open for yes or no. I think, can y'all see the comments in the side? If you can, my question of the day is it too soon to be socializing? Okay, so yeah, we have a comment here. Reva. Reva said she thinks that we can socialize as long as it's at a distance. So I do understand the whole 6 feet distance thing, and how do we stay safe when it's 6 feet or the distancing thing? That's a good thing. Question on that. Uh, my question on that is that I watched the news where people went out to the restaurants and they were had the tables spread out and they had the tables in between, but they were on the patio and the wind was blowing and I was watching the people, and the people that were sitting in front of the people, the wind is blowing that way. So how do we know that that is safe? Because if it's airborne and if I sneeze and the wind blows to your table that's 6 feet away, are we safe? I mean, and that's not to scare anybody, because the truth to the matter is we're going to have to get out. We are going to have to get out, and we are going to have to uh, live. We can't stay locked in. We have to have the economy pick back up. So, but that's a good thing. Eric states that it's too soon. So, why is it too soon, Eric? You think it's too soon because uh, of the pipe, the speed? We haven't reached the high yet, or I mean, what? We can't stay locked in. We have to have the economy pick back up. So, but that's a good thing. Eric states that it's too soon. So, why is it too soon, Eric? You think it's too soon because uh, the speak. We haven't reached the high yet, or I mean, what?
Hey, Wanda.
So that's a good thing. Eric states that it's too soon. So why is it too soon, Eric? You think it's too soon because uh,
So a lot of the thing with
reached the high yet, or
the thing with the too soon
hey,
is
Wanda?
that uh, we have not reached our peak. It's still growing. It is still having a lot of people that are still getting sick. I agree with that point.
So
The
a
fact
lot
that the
the
cases are
thing
going
with
up and up, it needs a
the
plateau.
thing
I
with
agree with it.
the
It
too
hasn't
soon
plateaued yet.
is that
And I think it's important
we
for
have
it to
not reached
plateau.
our peak.
And
It's still growing,
those
and it's
people that
still
are
a
actually
lot of people
um,
that are still
out
getting
there,
sick.
I'm saying you can't live in fear. It's not
The
about
fact
fear.
that
It's
the
about
cases are
facts.
going up
Teresa is
because
here. She said it's a
it
little
needs to
too
plateau.
soon,
I
but
agree
if
that
we
it
can
hasn't
if we can
plateaued
do
yet,
it safely, then
and
we can do it. But
it's
we
important for it
need
to
to stay
plateau.
aware.
And
And personal hygiene, I
those
agree.
people
Personal
that
hygiene is very
are
important.
actually
Listen to your body. Listen to
out
your
there,
doctor. She said,
and
listen to Dr.
saying you can't live in
Fauci,
fear. It's not about fear. It's
Chris,
about
and the
facts.
governor, because they
Teresa
give
is
you,
here.
they're
She
giving
said
you
it's
the
a
real
little too
deal.
soon,
Again,
but
Teresa is my
if we
sister
do
that
it
is on the
safely,
front line.
then we can do it.
So,
We can do it. We
I
need to
listen to
stay
her a
aware.
lot. And she's like,
And
don't do
personal
this, do
hygiene,
that.
I believe
Wear your
personal hygiene
mask,
is very
cover up.
important.
She has to get geared
Since
down
our
every
body
day.
needs to take care
Unfortunately,
of us,
we
and
can't
this is
do that,
Dr.
but
Fauci
we do need to do that. I agree with that.
and
Reba stated that her daughter came in to visit and she sat
again, Teresa is
on
my
one end
sister
of
that is on the front
on
line.
one end of her car and she sat at the
That's
other
her
end for an hour and a
and she's
half.
like, don't do this, do
Um,
that. Wear your mask,
and
cover
and
up.
that
She
that's
has to
the
get
first
geared
time she
down
had seen her
every
since
day.
December, and it
Unfortunately,
was
we can't
nice.
do that, but we do need to
You
do
don't
that.
think
I
that
agree
it's a
with
good
that.
idea to go out
Reba
to
stated that
restaurants
her
and
daughter
movies or
came
anything like
to
that?
visit, and she
I
sat
agree, Reva and Teresa, with you.
on one end
And I have a friend that actually what she
of
did
her
that was
car,
really
and she
cool
sat at the other end
is
for an
that
hour and a half.
her and a few of her female
And we
friends
had
got together and they went
since
to
December, and it was
a
nice.
parking lot and they brought their own little snacks and drinks and stuff and they parked in their cars and kind of in a circle around so they could all talk and they stayed there with their mask on.
I have a
A
friend
few of
that
them got
actually
out and
what she
popped their
did
hatch is what she told me, but she said they
is
needed that
that
out. So maybe
her
that's something that we can
her
do. We need to
girlfriends
try to find
got
a way that
together
we
and they
can
went to
be
a
safe.
parking lot,
Like you just said,
and
Reva,
they brought their own
sit in your car
snacks and
and they
drinks
sit
and
in their
stuff, and
car
they
a
parked in their
distance away
cars
and
and they
talk and
went in a
laugh and
circle
you're
around, and they
confined in
all
your car.
talked and
So
stayed
that
there
would
with
be
their
a safe
masks
thing. So
on.
that's another thing. Maybe we
And
can
after
try to
Dr.
think about
Fauci said it's
ways
okay, but
that we can socialize
so maybe
and
that's
still
something that
stay
we can do.
safe. I like
Maybe
that.
we
I
need
like
to
that
try to
idea
find a way
of
that we
you
can
said you came and you to visit
be
and you sat
safe.
in the cars.
Like you
That's
just
a
said,
good thing.
Reba, sit in
What
your
other
car.
ways do
They
you
sat
guys
in their
think that it'll
car
be a
and they
safe
spoke and
way
talked and laughed,
that we can start
and they got in their
socializing
car.
and
So
seeing
that
each
would be
other
a safe
again?
thing. So that's another thing. Maybe we can try to think about ways that we can socialize and still stay safe. I like that. I like that idea of you said you came and you, to visit and you sat in the cars. That's a good thing. What other ways do you guys think that it'll be a safe way
So,
that we can
anyone
start
has any other good
socializing
ideas that
and
we can
seeing
get
each other
out?
again? So that's another thing. Maybe we can try to think about ways we can socialize and still stay safe. I like that. I like that idea
Okay, I do see
of
this thing.
going
So,
to visit and you sat in the
I
car.
do agree as far as the dancing. Urbane will not be dancing anytime in the near future. We're going to sit back and see what happens with everybody else. Um, and a drive-in movie, yes. Oh my God, I'm gonna tell my age, but when I was a little
Okay, I
girl,
do
we
see
used
this
to
thing.
go to the
So
drive-in movies,
I do
and
agree as
that
far
was the
as the
best time. We would
dancing.
get there, we would have popcorn
Urbane will not
and
be dancing
hook
anytime in the
the
near
thing
future
on the
as we
window
sit back and
and
see
sit there. And I think that drive-in movies would be a great thing to come back in. Maybe that's
and
something we need to
drive-in
start
movies.
investing in.
Yes,
There's
y'all
not a
gonna
lot
have to
of them
tell me
anymore,
my
but
age
drive-in
because
movies are really
when I was a little
good.
girl, we
I
used to go
agree.
to the drive-in movies, And that was the best time. We would get there, we would have popcorn and hook the thing on the window and sit there. And I think that drive-in movies would be a great thing to come back in. Maybe that's something we need to start investing in. There's
Oh,
one
there's
in
one off of
Birmingham. Yeah,
45.
drive-in movies are
So maybe that's something that everyone can do is try to stay safe by doing a drive-in movie, something like that. Maybe have a day in the parking lot. We can plan something like that. I'm just trying to find what is it that we can do that can make a difference
oh, there's one
in
off
what
of
we're doing,
45.
because that's
So
what we're not
maybe
doing.
that's something that
Um,
everyone can
I
do.
came
Is
from a dance
try to
community,
stay
and
safe
also I do real estate, and so it's been really hard trying to get around and do things and stuff.
something
But
like
I've
that.
talked to several friends, and they all say that they are not looking to be dancing anytime soon. Eric, everybody knows Eric is the owner of Urbane Dance, my sweetheart, and
This is what we're not doing.
he's like, nope. He has
I came
children and
from a dance
everything, and he wants to
community,
stay
and
safe.
also I do
And I
real estate,
respect
and
that
so it's something
because
that we're all trying to get
if we
around and
go
do.
and open up a
I've
gym
talked to
or
several
we open
friends,
up
and they
something and
all
somebody
say
gets sick,
that they
that's
not
going to be on
looking to
us
do
to be
dancing
responsible
anytime
for
soon.
that. But at the
Eric,
same time, everyone
he is
has
the
to
owner of
be
Urban
take
Dance,
their
my
own
sweetheart, and
uh,
he said that
caution. They have to
he
be
has
cautious. You have to
children
protect
and he
yourself,
wants
not
to
and
stay
don't
safe,
depend on
and I
somebody else
respect that
to
because
be
if
uh,
we go and open up
the
a
one
gym
that's taking care of you,
and
because they're not going to. You can
somebody
watch
gets
TV and you
sick,
can see everybody's not taking care of
that's going to be
themselves.
on us to be
So
responsible for that.
take care of
At the
yourself.
same time, everyone has to be
I do
their
see a
own
lot of people that are running out
caution.
in a hurry to get their
You have to
nails
be
and
careful.
eyelashes and hair
If
done.
somebody
I
wants
see that.
to be
And my question is
the one that's
why are we
taking
rushing
you
to do
because they're not
that?
going to, you can watch TV.
I understand we got to be pretty or we want to look cute, but is it worth our
Take
lives
care
to
of
run out
yourself.
there and do it right now? If you go, where are you going to go? I
I
guess you
do
go home
see
and
a
you
lot of
enjoy it.
people
Somebody made the
going
comment that they
out
hadn't
and
seen any
getting nails and eyelashes and
yeah,
hair
to go
done.
where exactly. Somebody stated
My
that
question is
they haven't seen any
why are we
selfies on Facebook and Instagram
I'm
now
sure
that we've been locked
people
in.
want to look
And
cute.
now that people can get
I'm
out, they're
sure
saying
if you go
how many more people are going to start having selfies now on Facebook now that they've gone and got their hair done and their nails done. It's kind of funny, but
yeah,
yeah,
to go where
um,
exactly. Somebody
I think it's
said
still really
uh,
important for us to
they
stay
hadn't seen
safe.
any selfies on
Pick
Facebook
up the
and
phone, people.
Instagram now that we've
Talk
been
to
locked
people.
in. And
We're
now
so
that people can
caught
get
up
out,
on
they're saying
technology
how many
that
more people are going to start having selfies now on Facebook now that they
we
done got their hair done, their
we've
nails
lost the
done,
personal
and
touch, and
it's
I really think that
yeah.
God has kind of put a pause button on this
I think
whole
still
thing, making
good
us
for
all
us
have to
to
now pick up the phone, talk to
pick
each
up
other,
the
spend
phone,
time with the
people,
family and stuff. And I think
talk to
that's really
people.
important too.
We're
So
so
what's your comments on that? Give me something else. Give me another topic to talk
yeah.
on. You know, selfies. They're going to come back now that everybody's getting their hair
We've
done.
lost the personal touch, and
And
I
I
think
really don't see,
God
let
is
me just
really
go
putting
back to
pause
the
button
hair.
on this,
How can you really
hoping
be
that we
safe
all
doing my
have to
hair?
now pick up the
I don't
phone,
know.
talk to each other, spend time with the family and stuff. And I think that's really important too. So, what's your comments on that? Give me something else. Give me another topic to talk on. You know, selfies. They're going to come back now that everybody's getting their hair done. And I really don't see. Let me just go back to the hair.
Okay.
How can you really be safe doing my hair?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, Mr. Ozzy, I see you rolled in. Miss you. Hadn't seen you in forever, sir. Good to see you. Hello, Mr. Window. Good to see you. I know I watched your video too, Window. You had made the comment that you don't know when you're going to start teaching again or come out. And that's another thing,
Hey, Mr. Ozzy, I see you rolled
Eric
in. Miss
and
you. Hadn't
Window
seen you in
and
forever.
Ozzy. That's a good topic for a question for you guys. Um,
Hello, Mr.
when do you
Window.
guys think that
Good
you
to see
guys will
you.
be
I know I
interested in
watched
trying to come up with some type of
your YouTube,
class
and
structure
you
or
made the
setting,
comment that
and how would you be comfortable in doing that, and how would you even go
and
about
that's another
setting
thing,
up a class like that?
Eric and
How would you do
Window
that
and
and
Ozzy.
stay
That's a good
safe?
topic for a question for you guys. Um, when do you guys think that you guys will be interested in trying to come up with some type of class structure or setting? And how would you be comfortable in doing that? And how would you even go about setting up a class like that? How would you do that and stay safe? When do you guys think that you guys will be interested in trying to come up with some type of class structure or setting? And how would you be comfortable in doing that? And how would you even go about setting up a class like that? How would you do that and stay safe?
Okay, so Eric says he's playing it by ear. So Eric is basically wanting to see Eric is wanting to see what happens after the 18th. Since everybody started heading out, everyone started heading out in on the 8th,
Okay, so Eric says he's playing
and
it by
he's
ear.
like, let's see what happens, because
Eric
if
is
someone's
definitely
going to get
wanting
sick
to
and the numbers are going
see.
to keep rising, it's going to
Eric is wanting
definitely
to see
rise in the
what
next
happens
couple of
after
weeks
the
here.
18th, since
And
everybody
so
started
he wants to see what
heading
happens and he'll
out.
pay it.
Everyone
Wendell
started
Wendell
heading
Ross
out
states that he's
in
following the directions of the
on the
CDC.
8th,
He said
and
I
he's
am
like,
going to wait
let's
to
see what
see.
happens
He's in
because
the wait mode
if
too.
someone's going to get sick and the
Yeah, you
numbers are going to
canceled
keep
your
rising, it's
cruise.
going to
Yeah, Wendell
definitely
has a
rise
really
in the
big
next
cruise that he
couple of
does
weeks
every
here.
July. And I mean, he packs it out. It's a nice cruise, it's everything. And those are decisions that we've all had to
Wendell
try to
Ross states
make
that he's
a
following the
decision
directions of the
on, what's
CDC.
going to be
So
for the
he,
best for the people that we love and we
going to
care about it.
see.
Um,
He's in the
that's a
wait
good
mode
thing.
too.
We canceled it. We got to see what's going to happen. And
Canceled it.
July is around the corner.
So
The
that's
months go by
really
really
big
fast.
that he does it in
And
July,
and I
and he
think
packs
as
it out. It's a
business
nice
people
cruise.
and
It's
teachers
really,
and
and those are
instructors, and
decisions
even,
that we
I mean, I
all
know
have to
Wanda, you have a
have a
business that
decision
you have
on.
to deal with. I mean, I have a
And
business.
that's what
Wendell, Eric,
we care
everyone has
about
something that they're doing,
as
and we have to really decide, how do we slowly introduce
July is around the
ourselves
corner. The
back in,
months go
because we
by
can't.
really fast.
Life is going to
And
come back. It's not going to come back the way that it
as
used to
business
be,
people
but we
and
have to figure
teachers and
out how can
instructors,
we
and even
step in and start
Wanda, you have a
introducing
business that you have to
the
deal
things
with.
that we
You
love.
have a
And
business
dance, I know Eric, you
and
love dance.
everyone has
Wendell, you
something that
love
they're
dance.
doing.
You guys,
And we have to really decide
Ozzy,
how
you
can we
guys
slowly
love dance.
introduce
And how
ourselves back in,
are we
because we
going to
can't.
start trying to
Life is
safely
going to come
introduce
back.
that
It's not
back
going to come back
into
the way that it
what we
used to
do and in
be,
our
but we
lives?
have to
So
figure
yeah,
out
we can
how
watch the
can we
CDC, but
step
I
in
get a
and
little
start
confused with the CDC, because one day it tells you
things that we
not
love.
to do something, and another
Dance,
time it tells you to do
we love
something. But
dance.
I
Wendell,
think we
you
have to
love
use our
dance.
best judgment.
Uh,
Um,
Ozzy, you guys love dance.
yeah, Eric
And
states that the
how are we
numbers
going to
need to
start trying to
start definitely
slowly
coming
introduce
down.
that back into
And
what we do and in our
here's my
lives?
other
So
thought,
yeah, we can watch the
is that
CDC, but I get a little confused with the
winter is
CDC because
coming,
one
the
day it
fall is
tells you
coming, where we have flu
not to do
season
something,
and
and the
stuff.
other time it tells you to do
How are we
something.
going to know the
I think we have to
difference?
use our
Are
best
we going to
judgment.
be able to know the
Uh,
difference? And
yeah,
as
Eric State said the numbers need to start definitely coming
and
down.
with
And
that being said,
here's my other thought
in my
is
community, in the
that
Black community,
winter is
we
coming,
have to take
fall
care
is
of
coming,
ourselves.
but we
It's
have
kind of
flu
like we
season.
don't
So
always
how are we going to know the
are in good
difference?
health, and that's is
Are we
why
going
things
to
happen
be
to us a little more so. So we have to make sure that we're
that's
looking out for each other, and that we're taking care of each other, and we're helping each other
and
to stay healthy. So that's something
exactly.
else. Teresa states that
In my
a week
community,
from now we will see how the numbers are. Exactly. A
we
week
should
from
have to
now,
put
because
ourselves in
since
good health.
everybody went back
We
out there last week
always
and this week,
tend
we're
not to
definitely
look
going to be
ahead,
able
and that's why
to
things
see
happen
what
to us a
happens, see
little
if it
bit more
spikes.
so. So
And
we
that's if
have
we
to
get the
be
numbers
looking
reported
out for each
correctly
other,
too.
and we're
So
taking care of each other, and we're helping each other to stay healthy. So that's something else. Teresa states that a week from now we will see how the numbers are. Exactly, a week from now, because since everybody went back out there last week and this week, we're definitely going to be able to see what happens, see if
yeah,
it
and
spikes. And
Reva
that's just
says
you know
that
us supporting the
she did a
community.
video chat with her brother, and he thought that she was somebody. She was talking to somebody else on the phone, and that's it. A lot of our older people in our lives, they're not used to dealing with video chats and technology. So we have to try to find a way to try to help them do that so we could communicate. And it is funny when they start looking at it, they'll look somewhere else like, where am I supposed to be looking? And they talk to you, you're like, you're live, you can't be doing this. But you know what, that's another thing we have to do. We need to make sure that we get our seniors and people that we love that maybe not so tech savvy, help them to get started on this thing so we can keep in touch with them. So they'll know what's going on. I know a person that is, he's 80 something, and he doesn't even like ATM machines. He thinks that that is just crazy, but everything he deals with is cash. But that's going to eventually have to go away too, again too. Yeah. And Teresa, again, 3 weeks, we're looking at probably another 3 weeks from now to try to see what's going to happen. So, hey, Crystal, glad you were able to join. We're just kind of having an open forum, just talking about how we can introduce ourselves back into the community, but yet stay safe. And like I said, I already know nobody's looking to run out and touch hands and do anything, and just everything. So, what else do we have? What other topics? Tell me, how else would we try to break in to start socializing a little more, but still be safe? Hey, Karima. Yeah, Wendell said the carnival stopped until August 1st. And I saw that as well, Wendell, that people are not taking their cruises right now. But my question on that, because there's a lot of cruise ships that are actually out there that weren't able to come in. I saw on the news that they have like 3 or 4 ships that's been sitting out there. Will you really feel safe getting on a cruise ship with all those strangers and people? Because um, it's kind of like, when that ship that was out there in Florida, that they didn't even want them to dock. They didn't want them to come in. So I mean, when you're out there, you're just really limited. So will we be comfortable in August going on a cruise? I mean, I'm not real comfortable with flying, and I see that they're starting to fly now. That's another thing. They're putting a seat in between you and another person, but those seats are really close. Is that a safe thing to do? That's another thing. How do you feel about flying? How do you feel about going on a cruise? Do you think you would? Hi, Kim. Okay. Hey, Titus. Yep. So Reva's like, nope, nope, mm-mm. No cruises, no flying right now. You said just those business, and I agree. There, once we start opening up our businesses, there's not going to be much of a choice. They are too confined. There's not going to be much of a choice. We will have to do that. So how will we do that? I mean, you can't refuse or you'll lose your job. So our hands are kind of tied in that. I think that if it's strictly business, I'm good with that. But for leisure, maybe we need to wait a little longer. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say it's not going to be until 2021 before we start to see things back. Do you think it's going to take that long? Do you think it'll be 2021 before we start seeing life a little normal again?
leisure, maybe we need to wait a little longer. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say it's not going to be until 2021 before we start to see things back. Do you think it's going to take that long? Do you think it'll be 2021 before we start seeing life a little norm again?
Yeah. Wendell said, not going on a cruise just yet. Dance is more to contact is more contact than a cruise. So I'm afraid of hurting someone else. Yeah. And in the dance it is essential. Dance is touch. That is it. Cruising, you can kind of keep your distance. I agree with that. Um, I heard someone ask the question about the dance community. It was like, are we going to be able to come back and be, are we going to be able to come back and dance and do the things that we used to do? And one person told me that when they had the flu really bad or when they had West Niles, that things kind of died down, but then people get comfortable and then they start coming back again. And with the dance, it is hands on. It really is. And you can't really enjoy the dance if it's just you and you. I mean, and you're not connected. But in the dance world of swing and stepping and zydeco and salsa, bachata, those are all hands on dances, and that's what's been very popular. And I don't know what we can do. I don't know. We put on masks and put on gloves and dance. You know, I don't know how that would work. But the new norm is going to be real interesting to see. Yeah, and hurting someone. Yeah, I agree, Wendell. You don't want to be responsible for making somebody else sick. I don't. That's why I try to stay away. That's why I put my mask on, and it's my barrier. But I figure if at least if I have a barrier, then maybe it can help. So that's something that I want to talk about on our next topic is what can we start to do to start trying to come together and socialize a little more. I'd still say we do have to come up with a safe way. Teresa say we need to come up with a safe way. I agree. What is the safe way though? I agree, Teresa. What is a safe way? Gloves, mask. Um, what? When you live with somebody, you're more comfortable dancing with that. Someone was saying that it'd be nice to go dancing, and maybe you just dance with your person and your partner. But you do that, and you've been doing that since lockdown. What else can we do? Someone else said maybe we just do more like like you did house dancing where you don't touch, you just dance, but I'm still within 6 feet of you. Is it possible? I don't know. That's a good question. How do we do that? Mask and gloves. Mask and gloves. Will y'all be comfortable dancing with somebody that has mask and gloves on only? I mean, how would you feel? Ms. Reba said that we need to travel like Miss Campbell. She said she traveled that way before the virus. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, Teresa. Ms. Reeves said that we need to travel like Miss Campbell. She said she traveled that way before the virus. Yeah, yeah. And the other thing, I think road trips are going to start coming back. It's going to be some long drives where we're going to be making some trips. We're going to have to learn to enjoy the beauty and stop and enjoy all these things on the way. I know I have a friend, and I think that her and her husband are. I know her husband loves to drive and take long trips, and I think that they make a fun of their trip. And I'm not gonna call names, but they know who they are on here. But they stop and they get all their boudins, and they stop at different places. So where a 4 hour trip turns into about a 6 or 7 hour trip, but they enjoy it. So maybe that's something that we have to start doing in driving uh, to get to some vacation spots. Now, Honestly, I question the beach. I love the beach, but are we safe in their water? So those are different topics that we need to think about, and how can we be safe. Um, maybe, like I said, maybe we can do what's called a car gathering. Everybody comes and everybody comes and they just they have your own drinks, get you some wine. When the sun is out, let's go to a park and park our cars, get some wine, turn your music on. You can dance in front of your car. Can't dance with me, but you can dance in front of your car. And sometimes, you know what, just having that person around you and someone else makes a difference. But I don't want to go to restaurants because I see them using the same cups in the bars and drinking. And I'm like, and I'm gonna give you guys a tip that I learned. Car picnic. Yes, I think that we should have a car picnic. But I'm gonna tell you, if you do go out to eat, people, and because I'm sharing this with you because I love you, it doesn't keep you safe, but it helps. Do not let them serve you stuff in their plates and in their cups and everything. Ask them to serve it in their carry out, their takeout. That way, everything is not going to be what they've ran through their little heat thing. Get your stuff to go and you can sit there and eat. And you don't have to worry about using a glass that somebody else might have just used. I'm still not convinced that going through the dishwasher clean stuff. I've been to restaurants and I've had food still on forks and stuff. Ask for plasticware, your to go containers, and you can be safe. Just a tip from me. Get your stuff to go and you can sit there and eat. And you don't have to worry about using a glass that somebody else might have just used. I'm still not convinced. Yep. Bring your own straw. They have a lot of disposable straws now that people are using. Uh, and not the plastic things. Yes, bring your own stuff, and that's another thing you can do. Bring your own stuff. But as far as their cups and stuff, get their cups, their to go stuff. You know, I'm a Starbucks junkie, and I still have been going to Starbucks during this time. But one thing I do, I like the one that I go to because they are not handing you your cups. Um, a lot of people don't think about this, but there's a lot of cross contamination going around because if I'm handling your credit card and your cash, and then now I'm touching the cup and I'm handing it back out the window to you, I have cross contaminated everything. So my purpose of those gloves is void and it's no good. I do like the way another company is handling the Starbucks. Actually, now they have a person that's doing their stuff at the one that I go to, and they stick it in a container. The lady at the window or gentleman at the container, they pull the container out and you take it out the container. They're not handling the cups, but I still wipe my cups down and everything. A little Clorox Lysol in my mouth is I. I'm not drinking it. I'm not drinking it. So anyway, so that's it's trying to stay safe and do that. Yep. What else were we having on here? Why not? Well, I'm not drinking it. So anyway, but yeah, I didn't really have anything to really talk about. I wanted us to get on here. I wanted to share my heart, and this is really therapy for me because people that are close and dear to me, they know that I have been having a struggle, seriously, a struggle with trying to stay in and do things because I'm a busy person. Um, I've always had about 2 or 3 jobs, and now I'm sitting here like twiddling my thumbs. But I'm blessed. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm blessed. I'm happy. Um, I think that sometimes people just need to talk to other people, get to know something, learn something about me. Tell me about you. I hope that I can make new friends from this, because like I said, I am a very private person. I stay to myself. I like staying to myself, and I'll just share a little bit. So, what else do we want to talk about? I think that sometimes people just need to talk to other people, get to know something, learn something about me. Tell me about you.
I hope that I can make new friends from this. Because like I said, I am a very private person. I stay to myself. I like staying to myself, and I'll just share a little bit. So, what else do we want to talk about?
Or give us some ideas. Give us some tips about staying safe.
Tell me about you. I hope that I can make new friends from this. Because like I said, I am a very private person. I stay to myself. I like staying to
Okay,
myself,
okay,
and I share a little bit. So, what else do we
okay.
want to talk about?
One other thing is that when you're going out,
Give me some ideas. Give me
make
some tips
sure
about
that when
staying
you
safe.
are out in public, that you are covering your nose and your mouth. Because if you're not covering your nose, then what's happening is that you are causing, you can still breathe in droplets. It's important
One
for you to
one
cover your
thing is
mouth.
that when you're going
So
out,
that's
make
a good
sure that
point.
when you are out
Make
in
sure you're
public,
washing your hands
that
on a
you
regular
are
basis. I agree.
covering
I
your
agree with
nose
that.
and your mouth.
Wash your hands and
Because
keep
if you're
yourself
not
going.
covering your nose, then
Yes.
what's happening is that you are causing, you can still breathe in droplets. It's important for you to cover your mouth. That's a good point. Make sure you're washing your hands
All
on
right.
a
So
regular basis. I agree. I agree
what
with
I
that.
am planning on doing
Wash
next
your
week,
hands and
because
keep
this was
yourself
just kind of a test run for me to see how things will go
yes.
and how I'm gonna do things. I am actually going to have someone join us so that we can talk live and they can be on and we can split. And I'm learning this thing and how it works. And I think that this is going to be a cool thing. I'm happy to
All right.
see
So
so many people that came in and joined.
well,
So I'm
I'll
going to
announce it
have
next week because this was just kind of
another
a
someone,
test
a
run for
guest,
me to
and I
see
will
how things
announce it
would
and I will
go and
send it
how it
out
would
on
be.
Facebook.
I am actually going to
And
ask
every
them
week
to
we'll have a
join
different topic.
so that we can talk live and they can be
Yeah.
on and we can split. And
Ms. Reva,
I'm happy to
Reva
see
said that what she
join
does when she goes down the aisle of a store,
I'm happy to see so
she
many people
turns
being
her
able to
back to
join.
people.
So I'm going to
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
another
Stay, and
someone
I'll
a
stay at
guest
the end of an aisle.
join us, and I
I'll
will
stay at
send
the
it
end
out
of
on
a,
Facebook,
I'll stay at the end of an
and we
aisle
will have
and
different topics.
wait for somebody to go
Yes,
before I go up, because you don't know
Reba
even with the
said that what
mask.
she does when she goes down the aisle of the store, she turns her back to people. Exactly. Yeah. Stay, and I'll stay at the end of an aisle. I'll stay at the end of a, I'll stay at the end of an aisle and wait for somebody to go before I go up because you don't know. You don't know even with the mask.
So, all right, y'all. Well, it was nice for y'all coming. I pray safety over everyone. I hope that I see everybody again on Saturday. This is going to get better and better and better because thank you, Wanda. I love you, Bestie. this is going to this is going to just get better. I said, you know
All
what?
right,
This is my
y'all.
first
Well,
time
it
doing
was
it.
nice for
My
y'all
very
coming.
first
I
time
pray
doing this.
safety
And I
over
said, you know what?
everyone.
From here I can
And I
just
hope
get
that
better.
I
I'm
see
learning still
everybody
how to work
again
this,
on Saturday.
but
This is going to get
each
better and
time
better
I
and
know
better.
it's going to get better. But I do thank you guys for coming and talking to me. I'm going to get someone on here and we're going to
This is
have a
going
better
to
topic. If you have something that you want to talk about, or we need to, just come on
be better the
here
first
that
time doing
you
this.
think will
And I
be
said, you know
beneficial
what?
to us
Yeah,
in the
this is me
community,
again. I'm learning
and
still how to work this.
uh,
Each
DM
time
me,
I
let
know
me
it's going to
know,
get better.
and I will
But
put
I
us
do
on.
thank you guys for
But
coming and
I
talking
do
to me. I'm
appreciate your
going to get
support.
someone
I
on
pray that
here.
everybody
We're
is
going to have a
well and
better
stay
topic.
safe. I pray
If
that
you
everybody's
have something
families
that
are
you want
well.
to talk about,
And I will
we
see
need
you
to,
all
just come
next
on
week at
here
1 o'clock.
and
And
be
it's going to get
show
better and
your
better and
love and
better and
stuff in the
better.
community.
Blessings to you
And
all, and you have a great weekend. Bye.
let me know, and I will put us on. But I do appreciate your support. I pray that everybody is well and stay safe. I pray that everybody's families are well. And I will see you all next week at 1 o'clock. And it's going to get better and better and better and better. Blessings to you all, and you have a great weekend. Bye.
Are you sure about this, Drivein? Oh, that was